Nah.
No, you can do speed.
I got it. You just sit there and wait on me.
I got you, man. I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm just chilling, man.
I done had on deep diamond shit. I done moved the fucking corner back. Been trying this shit back right quick. Slow right here. I got a good ass team though, bro. I got a good ass team. Everything ain't no excuse me on.
Yeah.
I got a good ass team. I be throwing myself out there. I be throwing some people around.
Yeah, man. We all be doing stuff, man. I be throwing myself out of the games too, man.
On my mom. I'm trading though. Somebody gonna want.
Yeah.
I don't move around, you know what I'm saying? I don't move forward, baby. He better throw, he throwing around.
Yeah.
I know how he throw, I just don't play like that. And he cannot throw under pressure.
All right, man. Y'all play the broadcast.
Hey, Cam, I'm enjoying it now.
All right.
This shit I had now. You want to scream for me, you can't see.
I got you.
Enjoying it up now.
Hey, I ain't gonna get this. Hey, man, go win. I need to win the game, man.
What you want me knocking out flat? Like, well, he not.
You ain't gonna knock them out, but hey, I just need you to beat him, bro.
Why, Tim? We ain't in the same division. Stop hating.
No, ain't no hate. You in the NFC. You in the NFC.
Yeah, you keep hating on me, man. What I do?
I ain't on you, man. I'm giving you the same treatment you give me.
Why you want that man to beat me, man?
I gotta tear him up, bro.
Damn, you need to be worrying about them damn Cardinals over there. That's who you need to be worrying about.
I'm worried about you.
I don't got to worry about me. All right, man, get off my phone, man. I'm about to play somebody.
Weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup.
Come on, family want me to
between
lose.
the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons.
I can't win for nothing. Boy, you dressed up in that orange, man.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Let's see. I'm rocking my red.
Return from middle of the end zone. And
Come on, boy, you gotta get up in there.
Where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. I think he want to do that.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is
making
his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Get the fuck out of here.
Field across the 45. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
One of the ways the
pocket passing.
The receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Woo!
Incomplete.
Woo! That was close.
The Falcons at 7-3 now.
I thought you were blitzing.
And they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now in the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play
It's gonna be a
sequence there.
difficult
You force
game
the
right here.
incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Oh my fucking God!
That should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. Back deep is Boston Scott. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Just watch this dude to catch the damn ball, bro. Like, this game crazy, man.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground.
Sure, down.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
We got Derrick Henry.
This defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wentz going to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this to the 44-yard line.
Well,
that's a play. I'll be doing that deep cross play. Okay.
Play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Crowd keeps moving.
No, Derrick Henry.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
You got to pick that off, man.
After taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 3rd down, Henry. And an excellent job
that was a good run.
The opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
Okay, good catch, man.
Just outside the 10.
Good catch.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
You fucked up.
Intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
I know that play.
50, 30.
Yeah, you fucked up.
And he takes this one.
I know that play. I knew you were doing that.
The Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now that's really apparently when you try to take on a
But man, at least you're gonna have a high draft pick.
Play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
Look, you made me miss the field goal, man.
We've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's
Damn.
screening the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it
I
into
don't miss
6.
no field goal.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone.
Show that down.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15
Yeah,
as he's
yeah.
dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards.
Derrick Henry gonna have to chill out, man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the
Thought the man with open car came off on him.
as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football.
Get the fuck out of here.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I try to get that one down, so.
6-0 our score after 1. Wentz. And that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Third and long, they'll look to throw. Quick slant, that's caught by the 5'11" Landry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down.
Oh, man, maybe we should have kicked the field goal. Been down by 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got Pierce. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Get the fuck out of here. This is a slow-ass motherfucking linebacker. God damn.
They will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick.
They let this slow-ass linebacker pick the ball off.
The one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's
this
in the
shit
air.
crazy.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score a pick six.
This game is tripping, boy.
For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
This game was tripping.
Yeah, he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players
I missed a field goal. I'm throwing pick sixes.
This just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about
That's J.K. Dobbins, man.
down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
There's the stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across.
That boy be running, man.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Another run here with Dobbins. Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19.
Boy, Pierce, man.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Oh, line tripping.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. This offense continues to shoot themselves.
You got Bradley Chubb.
Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Damn.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know.
I missed another field goal.
Or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use. And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Wentz. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's going to let it go again. And this is
he dropped the fucking ball.
It's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson.
They ain't gonna run it back.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
I told you we might win the game, man.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Looks like you don't win.
Quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones
got to fumble that,
don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Henry again on 2nd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13.
I can't believe Dorian James can get
the
him.
first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Damn, man, you killing the clock? God damn.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the shotgun is Jones.
God damn, this is running the clock all the way down and everything down.
Yards the pickup, first down.
Damn.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally...
And this is taken in at the 5. And
this shit is crazy.
Down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this 3rd quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Well, nobody scored on offense, man, only defense.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That is some bullshit.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd.
That's some bullshit.
What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points. Yeah. And I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Bend, but don't break.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6, and now they've got to come right back.
Got to slow that man down.
Try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they were moving it well. They just had to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. And not an easy spot here, and they'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Wentz now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete.
Yeah, somebody on who can jump.
They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now a timeout called.
They got somebody over there who can jump too.
It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Around the NFL, third quarter from Foxborough. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On second down and 4, Wentz airing it out, looking for Ridley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used the calculator. And checking it. And the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons have taken a fourth quarter lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Scott on the return out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Open man downfield is Ridley.
And he'll be out right at the 35. That one on Billy Price, the center. To throw, it's Wentz. Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point.
You really do be throwing yourself out of the game, man.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. And now here's another interception. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Well, I cannot get the ball to this dude.
Take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Right, nobody scored on offense. Everybody's scoring on defense.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker.
And oh, it's blocked. The Falcons have it. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points.
Well, defense and special teams came to play.
I don't know what's going on down there. You got guys running one way on the pick six, now running the other way to return the blocked extra point.
It's almost like that guy went this way, but the other guy went that way. And guess what? Both of them scored points.
Well, I'm making a little change real quick. I'm ready.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left.
I don't know why you do that.
On the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense. But, yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
First down, right back to Hall. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, it doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here's Wilson. And look at this.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40.
See, I can't pass, but everybody going to play the pass. No matter what.
When he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple.
Get the fuck out of here.
And allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's got room at the 30.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Wentz.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Oh, Wilson going to throw.
He's got his man, it's Pierce.
The 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in.
Got him that time.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high.
I can't get on the ball, man.
Incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted.
This is ridiculous, but I ain't gonna lie.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wilson.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Wilson to throw.
Good game, man.
Incomplete.
That was an excellent come from behind victory.
I got lucky.